Bernie Sanders, Senator of Vermont, and man who knows the ducks in the park by name. You see, it turns out 30 years ago, when Bernie Sanders was the mayor of Burlington, Vermont, he hosted a public access TV show. Yeah. And a few days ago, that TV network released the full archives online, and I'm talking hours and hours of pure Bernie gold. Like, there's so much gold in these archives, Bernie's gonna demand it gets redistributed to the working class. That's how much gold there is. And when you start watching this footage, the first thing that's really apparent is how consistent Bernie has been throughout his life.
We have a crisis situation. We are one of two nations in the industrialized world that does not have a national health care system. The wealthiest people in our country are becoming wealthier. To a large degree, the tax system in this country is extremely unfair, and that it asks working people and elderly people and poor people to pay too much, while large corporations and wealthy people do not pay their fair share.
God damn. Bernie Sanders, he's never changed. And I'm not talking about his platform. The dude looked exactly the same back then as he does today. You realize he's 46 years old in that photo. I'm not joking. He's 46 years old. He looks the same. Like, if you traveled back in time in a time machine and the first person you met was Bernie Sanders, you'd be like, this piece of shit doesn't work. Bernie'd be like, no, my friend, what doesn't work is our healthcare system. I wonder, has Bernie just looked like this his entire life? Yeah, I bet when he was born, the doctor was like, congratulations, Mrs. Sanders, it's a beautiful, healthy old man. Well done. This is like... And then instead of spanking Bernie, the doctor just shook his hand. Welcome to the world, Mr. Sanders. Welcome to the world. And although it's impressive that Bernie's been consistent in his policies, it really says more about America than it says about Bernie when you think about it, right? He's saying the same thing for 30 years because America has had the same problems for 30 years. But here's what makes this old TV show so amazing, right? It wasn't just about Bernie's policies. It was like a full TV show with different segments, and by far, the best segments of all are the ones where he interacted with kids, all right? Like this segment where he talks to some kids at camp about drugs.
Who knows about cocaine? Anyone ever seen cocaine?
Yes.
All right. Hold it, one at a time. What about cocaine? Good thing, bad thing? What about even smoking cigarettes? Who here smokes? Let me hear, come on, raise your hand. Well, other than your parents, who smokes? You smoke already? I've seen a lot of kids who were 12 and 11 smoking.
I don't smoke.
All right.
I don't smoke because I'm a little kid. I'm only 5 years old.
Oh, man. That's so adorable. I don't smoke because I'm 5 years old. Like, it's almost like Bernie can't tell the difference between kids and adults. He's like, let's talk finance. You guys diversified? Who's got a 401k? Who has the 401k? Who talks about cocaine with 5-year-olds? Like, the way he was asking the question made it seem less like an anti-drugs talk and more like he was trying to score some blow. He was just like, you guys know about cocaine? You know I can find it at a good price? Come on, this is Vermont. Let's hit the slopes. Come on, come on. And on the show, Bernie didn't just talk to kids about hard drugs. He also called them out on their BS.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. What is your name?
George.
All right, George. Do you think it's important that you know how to read well and write?
No.
Oh, you think not? Oh, really? I'm trying to argue with these kids. They think they're very smart and that school is not important.
Yeah.
Is that right? Well, I disagree with you. All right, I think you're dumb.
Yo, I think this kid's about to get his ass kicked by Bernie Sanders. And there'd be no coming back from that. If Bernie kicked your ass, you'd have to move to a different state. And even then, you know there'd be one guy be like, hey, didn't you get your ass beat by that 90-year-old? Be like, he was only 46, I swear.